Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video, another edition of Spicy Saturday, the show where the teams are made up, the elo does not matter, and it's all about the spice. And making its debut on the channel, we have Urshifu. Urshifu, I'm pretty confident has never seen the light of day on the channel, and we have it here from Disney Moogle here in the Master League, fitting after we just had Worlds in Anaheim in Disneyland, and Urshifu, the water fighting type Pokemon, making his debut on the Rise to the Occasion channel here in the Master League, along with Zygarde and Zacian. So here we go. We're going to get this thing in action, and Urshifu running Counter, Dynamic Punch, and Aqua Jet. That fighting type damage going to help it in certain matchups here in the Master League, help it shred through some things, and also one of the glacier Pokemon you're going to see in the Master League. So pairing it with a bulky Pokemon like Zygarde going to help. I know there were some comments, I didn't really look through all of them, honestly, in the last video when I said most accessible Master League team, and people were like, how can it possibly be most accessible when there's a Crown Zacian on the team? Well, considering we just had Go Fest, and even someone like me that really only plays events and PvP has that team, I consider myself a more casual player in terms of playing the game and grinding. I don't have very many Master League Pokemon, so in reference to me, it's a team that I have, and I'd say it's one of the more accessible, one of the most accessible, viable Master League teams. So maybe that could be more of a accurate term, most accessible, viable Master League teams, instead of because if you were saying most accessible, obviously you could say just 3 regular Pokemon, I guess. But I think it's a relatively accessible compared to most Master League teams with legendaries. Anyway, Urshifu, you little beast. Oh, catches the thunder from Kyogre. And Zygarde is going to Dragon Tail down, has some energy, going to get to the crunch here, and should be enough to deliver the final blow to this Palkia. GG, trainer. Let's go. Disney. Walter gets the first win of the video, starting off strong. Very nicely done. My mug says good morning. Thank you very much. Good morning to all of you folks. Good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Let me know in the comments. What time is it where you are? Urshifu into a Shadow Rhyperior. Now, do they know it's running counter? Look at these. Look at these counters chunking, dude. Counters chunking. Throws the Aqua Jet on chart attack party. I don't think we necessarily need to shield, but I guess Rock Wrecker, I mean, it's such a powerful move. Maybe it would knock out despite being resisted. So maybe we did need to shield that. Gets the entire counter down, has all this energy. And we've got double Dynamic Punch ready to deliver to this Palkia here. So, oh my gosh, and this is just going to 2-shot, so they probably have to respect this second Dynamic Punch. Urshifu putting in some work this battle. Not only takes out the lead, but gets a shield back. And now we're going to hard pivot into Zacian here. They're not swapping. Bit of a risky pivot, in my opinion, right? What if they had something like a Ho-Oh? That could have been rough, but we're playing aggressive. Zacian. Oh my gosh, they went for the Fire Blast. Good shield awareness. Understanding that it could have been a Fire Blast. Holy cow. Great shield there. Close combat connects. Oh my gosh. They were out of shields. My bad. Obviously it connects. And Palkia is going to surrender here. That was a pretty crazy battle. It's too early for this. It's 9 a.m. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Dude, what a throwback. Oh my god. I forgot about that song. T-Pain, shout out. Who sings that with T-Pain? Those are some of the best songs when it's a catchy, a great, a great female vocal, chorus that hooks you in, and then you kind of transition to that rap, Those are some of the best songs. Anyway. Urshifu into another Rhyperior. They don't know what to do. They are dazed and confused. Okay, we see how much the Rock Wrecker does this time. Looks like we're lagging. Uh-oh. We don't like lag around these parts. Please fix the game. I've heard rumors that in terms of the new season, like, apparently there's supposed to be some big lag patch fix. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, though. That's just from... I'm not one of those people that's, like, in the know or anything. People think because I'm, like, a YouTuber, I, like, know people. I really don't. I'm really not in the know. But I, like, know people that are in the know. So I've heard some whispers. But, yeah, I don't, like, know anything directly. Zygarde. Shields a Fusion Bolt. That kind of stinks. Fusion Bolt triple resisted. Going for the Crunch here. Crunch grabs a shield. All shields are down for the opponent. Goes for another Crunch. This probably won't quite knock out, but it'll be close. Crunch puts Kyurem really low. And we're going to take this. Is it just another Fusion Bolt? It is. We shield anyway. Yikes. I guess we have to preserve health for Ho-Oh, but this looks pretty bad. Because this Brave Bird, Sacred Fire, still is enough to knock us out despite being resisted. And, yeah, we just go down here. Maybe not the best usage of shields in that game. Unfortunate. Ho-Oh rains down the fire in the end. And gets the win. You know, it's been a while since I've seen a good old-fashioned Disney movie. So I'm at the age where Disney was like a big part of my childhood, man. Is anyone around my same age bracket where they grew up watching Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, That's So Raven? Phil of the Future, I think, was like, I saw the end of it. Like, maybe it was a little bit before me, I want to say. But, like, I do remember Phil of the Future. What else? Hannah Montana, of course. Classic. I'm definitely missing some. I'm missing some big ones. Zygarde. An opposing Urshifu. What is this? Urshifu trying to put in some work against our Zygarde, but Zygarde just out-bulking this little fella. He's little broing Urshifu right now. Lunala comes in. Crunched gonna dish out some major super effective damage. Look at that. Double super effective. Dark hitting both the Psychic and the Ghost typings for super effective. Crunch grabs the second Protect Shield. Zygarde just dominating this game right now. Just slicing through the defense like he's Devin Hester on the kick return. Dude, what are all these references this video? It's Spicy Saturday. You just got to run with it. You just got to run with it. Like Usain Bolt. Which, by the way, I heard recently in a video, like, what are the odds the fastest man ever's last name was Bolt? You know, isn't that crazy? Behemoth Blade. Bang. Knocks out. And Zacian going to get the win. Back to the important thing. More Disney shows. I feel like there's a really big one. I guess Wizards of Waverly Place was another big one. Yeah, that was a big one. Okay. Yeah, Sweet Life. And then, like, High School Musical was a movie, but of course that whole series. But that kind of transcended Disney. I feel like that was almost like a global phenomenon. Yep. Oh, you know what? Maybe I was thinking, like, Drake and Josh was a big one I was missing, but obviously that's Nickelodeon, so separate. Brady. Okay. Urshifu. Into Reshiram. Reshiram. However you want to say it. Urshifu kind of going crazy with his animation. He's burning some calories. Fusion Flare. Not very effective, but still does some solid damage. Going for the Dynamic Punch here. Really efficient charge attacks for Urshifu. And actually gets a simultaneous knockout. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Zero shield. Simultaneous knockout in that matchup. Zygarde met by Rhyperior. I mean, not great because they have super effective Breaking Swipe most likely, but our... Oh, they don't. They're going for Surf. That's beautiful. Our Zacian also avoiding the Mud Slap user is going to be nice here. Going for the Crunch. Just pacing to these crunches a little bit faster probably seems like the more efficient play, even if Outrage is going to hit harder. And yeah, Surf's just not doing very much. Going for the Outrage this time. Doesn't expect them to shield, perhaps. Outrage. Bang, knocks out. And it's their own Zacian. And I think this makes sense. You switch to force, because this is their last Pokemon, so you force them to debuff themselves. But they actually don't debuff themselves. They go for the Behemoth Blade, because it does hit for neutral, right? So they don't really need to debuff themselves. Oh, this is so awkward, though. Because they're ahead. So now we're going to go for, like, triple close combat, because we're in, like, Behemoth Blade range anyway at this point. Do we force them to Behemoth Blade? Or, sorry, do we force them to close combat, or can they get away with Behemoth Blade? We swap in, going to try and force them to throw energy quicker. We get to a crunch, but they're not debuffed. This is not going to be enough. And I'm afraid this might allow them to double up here. And as long as... Oh, but did they build up enough? Let's see. We're awfully close to the close combat. Did they double up? They did. Well played by the opponent. Close combat should be enough. Bang. Neutral damage. And a GG there. I think... Yeah, I think should have just committed to staying in. Commit to staying in, because you probably forced them to throw earlier, and then hopefully they close combat, and then maybe your crunch is enough. Don't know if it would have changed the outcome, but maybe it would have been a little bit closer, because we were still a few Metal Claws away from the close combat ourselves. Disney Moogle. You know, fun fact, I've heard this... You guys can fact check me in the comments, but I heard from someone that Pokemon is actually the largest media company in the world outside of Disney. Yeah, pretty interesting. Urshifu into Zacian counters. Chunking, dude. There's something about, like, fighting damage against steel where when I see it, I just picture, like, ching, like, ching, ching. You know, like, I feel like it's really, like, chipping away, you know? It just makes sense. There's that whole thing with typing effectiveness. Like, a lot of them just kind of make sense. Of course, like water against fire. Some of them just make sense to me fighting against steel. Some of them don't make sense. Let me know in the comments your typing effective situation that, like, doesn't make sense to you. If you're like, why would fairy not be, or why would, like, bug not be effective against fairy? If something like that, like, doesn't make sense to you, let me know. Anyway, Zacian, not a very good matchup at all for Zygarde. Actually, a quite terrible matchup. They do through the close combat. In comes Urshifu. And we're going to throw this Dynamic Punch here. Now, maybe could have considered saving this energy for the Zacian. But instead is going to... Ooh, going to do a lot of damage. Maybe set up, like, a Metal Claw down. Is that what we're going for? No, we're going to set up... We're going to try and farm all the way down. Oh, okay, no. We bank an Aqua Jet. This I actually really like. I really like this play. We banked an Aqua Jet. We Metal Claw down, and now we simply need to get off this close combat. We get the final shield. I don't know if they're quite in Aqua Jet range, but they have to shield. And they yeah, now they should be in Aqua Jet range, and we actually win the Chart Attack priority. They had to double up themselves to give themselves a chance. Very well played. Nice energy management. That was a little bit of an awkward endgame. Disney playing to his Fairy Tail win condition. Gets the win. I should use that on my next casting opportunity. If Disney decides to play at like a regional competition, you know? That could be good. Next battle. Dude, I read that for a sec as like John Cena, like Jay Cena, but no. Jay Sarah. Here we go. Urshifu into another Zacian. Going for the Aqua Jet. Let's see, maybe he grabs a Protect Shield here. Urshifu. No, it lands. And we're going to respect the charge attack here. Close combat. They go for the back-to-back. Back-to-back close combat. Oh, connects. Yikes. Wow. Nice awareness that we actually survive. And we still get off a parting dynamic punch against Kyogre. Very nice. Can come in here with Zygarde. Gonna take neutral because of our ground typing from the water damage. Don't love throwing the crunch personally because we're gonna lose chart attack priority, but perhaps didn't predict them to throw the surf immediately. Crunch coming through, connects. They let us farm them down, which is kind of odd. In comes Yveltal, and this looks pretty great. This looks pretty great for us. Pretty phenomenal matchup for our Zacian. And they let the Outrage go through. I mean, it's a tough situation right after the Yveltal because there's still something in back, and you don't want to get baited by like a bulldoze, right? Because sometimes Zygarde is running that bulldoze variant, so can't really blame them for the no shield. And next battle has that best buddy on Urshifu. By the way, look at the Urshifu on the little side graphic, dude. There are some Pokemon, I'm telling you, they don't even look like Pokemon to me. They look like characters from a different game or anime. It doesn't even look like a Pokemon to me, if I'm being honest. But it looks pretty dang cool, I will say that. Zacian, safe swap into Lunala. I mean, I could say the same thing about Lunala, if I'm being honest. It looks like, this looks like some sort of Yu-Gi-Oh monster. Goes for the Behemoth Blade here. This would do some massive damage. Lunala will probably be forced to shield, and they do. They then swap into their own Zacian. We are a turn ahead because of the swap, but we allow them to throw first. Don't love the decision to let them throw, but we do not hang on to the close combat. It was close. They do debuff themselves in the process, though. If we can shield and get the full counter down, that'd be nice. Or I guess we don't necessarily need to shield. And now they're 4 times debuffed? Wow, okay. So we let it go. We come out with a lot of energy. Maybe throw Aqua Jet immediately into Lunala? Or do we save the energy? We save the energy. Oh, okay. I think we have a lot of play here. This might be really smart. It looks like we're reaching for the Outrage. We shield the Free Shock. Okay, no. We're going to go for the Crunch. This is a big decision for the opponent. Do they shield? No, they let it go. Do we commit to the farm down? No. I think we're afraid they're going to get to another Free Shock, so we're going to go for another Crunch here. They let it go. Lunala cannot knock us out before a Crunch, I don't think. They cannot knock us out, so we're going to get off this Crunch, which is going to draw the final Protect Shield, most likely. Moonblast. Oh, I don't like this play. I don't like this swap. Because we're going to give them a free farm down. Oh, but we got the shield. Okay, we got the shield. That's going to be our win condition. So the opponent, I think, messed up there. Crunch, gonna knock out. The opponent could have taken the Aqua Jet, right? They could have taken the Aqua Jet. I think the better play for us would have been throwing the Crunch to grab the shield, then swapping. Or doing more damage, forcing them to throw, then swapping, and then maybe our Aqua Jet would have knocked out after the more damage. But it worked out. Maybe they thought Aqua Jet might be enough. I think they would have hung on to Aqua Jet there, right? Especially because Crunch also gives us that debuff chance if we throw it first. So then maybe Aqua Jet would also be enough. But it all worked out in the end. Good lead. Super effective counter damage. We threatened the Dynamic Punch. I think it's worth the shield, right? Yeah, worth the shield. Can overfarm here a little bit. They swap into Lunala. We counter swap into Zygarde. Lunala sounds like it'd be a nice name for like a little dog, you know. Little Lunala. Running around, taking a stroll through the park. Hey, what are you up to? Jenny. I'm taking Lunala for a walk today, you know. Sounds like a nice day. Nice Saturday. Moonblast. Get shielded. We're down both Protect Shields. Don't try this at home, folks. Don't try this at home. Not recommended by your doctor. Going down both Protect Shields. Zygarde goes for the Crunch. Grabs one shield back. Gets to another Crunch. Massive. Massive. Probably going to get the second Protect Shield here as well. Oh, no, they don't. And gonna absorb this damage onto Zacian. Makes sense. Has a lot of energy on... Oh, baby. Goldango, interesting. Goes for the Behemoth Blade. This is single resisted, as would be the close combat. Behemoth Blade gets the shield. Interesting. I'm surprised they shielded that. But I guess maybe it does more than like an Aqua Jet would do. Shadow Ball, bang, knocks out. And the problem with Goldango is it doesn't have any cheap energy cost attacks. So it can't really double up. Oh, but it built up so much. I take it back. It built up so much. It was only one away from the next Shadow Ball. Well played, Goldango. Well played. Well played, Mr. Goldango. Goldango feels like he could be the star of a Disney movie. He could be a Disney character. Eevee Ari. I don't know. Ooh, Shiny Crown Zacian. I don't know if I've seen any more in-game names inspired after Eevee. I've seen so many Eevees. So many Eevees. Nothing wrong with it, too. I mean, why not? Eevee is a legend. An adorable legend. Urshifu, going for the Aqua Jet here. We swap into Zygarde, Necrozma. Can't threaten that Moongeist Beam, which hits very hard. Bang. That's some pretty big damage, especially against the Zygarde, right? Like, that one-shots most things. Zygarde, you can tell how powerful it is with how much it does to the bulky Zygarde. In comes Zacian. Yikes. This is not a fun position to be in just because we have no way to really threaten this thing. I wouldn't mind aggressively swapping out of here. We take the Behemoth. Oh, no, we don't take it. Okay, we go down, which is honestly fine because it doesn't allow Zacian to preserve energy for later. They shield our Dynamic Punch. Then we're able to dip into our own Zacian. I like this. I like where this is heading. Thought about the shield maybe for like a Fire Blast, but I'm not sure if they were at it. They did have a lot of energy. Palkia goes for another Aqua Tail here. We're building up, building up. Yeah, I think they actually were at it before because they had so much energy. Another Aqua Tail grabs our Final Protect Shield, and they switch into Zacian. This is getting a little uncomfortable. The switch timers are very desynced. Close combat connects. We swap, we clear our debuff. Now we just need to get to this Dynamic Punch, and we have the close combat loaded on our Zacian, and they know it, so they are going to let it go. Had to call like an Aqua Jet as a win condition, and that is a good game. So well played by Disney. Disney Moogle, thank you for the cool submission with Urshifu. First time ever featuring it on this channel. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, comment down below. All your comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you once again for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.